to my channel. Today is a Monday, which means it's a Cricut tutorial Monday, and this one I'm really excited about because I'm teaching you all about vinyl. Everything from starting to finish to products to what you need, all of it. So if you need coupon codes for the Cricut, check the links below. Don't forget to click subscribe because I'm always teaching you guys fun things and always trying to listen to what you guys need and trying to help you as much as I can. And today it's a good one because it's literally vinyl. Nothing but vinyl. So let's get going, and I hope you enjoy this. Click the big thumbs up if you do. Let's go.
Alright guys, there are so many types of vinyl out there. There's foil vinyl, glitter vinyl, holographic vinyl, lots of different vinyl. But today we're going to talk about how you would use all of these. They are all the same steps. They're just look a little different on the outside. But for the most part, this is how you use all of them. You will need transfer tape, which you can buy in individual rolls, or there are transfer tape sheets usually that come with your rolls. So what you're going to need for the most part are some tools. You can get an essentials toolkit to weed your vinyl, some scissors, and I like the portable trimmer. Then vinyl is best used on hard surfaces. You don't want to use vinyl on fabrics or anything like that. But if you're completely lost, you can also read the instructions on the inside of your rolls that you get from Cricut, or you can watch this video. So printable vinyl is also available, and that's another type. So what we want to do is measure out our piece of vinyl that we want to use on the project that we want to use it. I love to use the portable trimmer because it makes cutting and measuring so simple, especially for my vinyl when I don't want to waste any pieces. So I'm just going to cut a little piece of vinyl to show you guys exactly how you would use this piece of vinyl. So I'm going to use the standard grip mat, which is the green mat that you get from Cricut. And I love this mat, especially when it's fresh and clean, because it's just the perfect amount of stick for vinyl. We want to lay our vinyl with the vinyl side up. So make sure that you understand what side is the front and what side is the back. It's kind of like a sticker, and the back is like a white sheet most of the time, unless you get another brand. So you'll notice that sometimes if you're using bigger rolls, the vinyl kind of rolls on itself. So a trick to get it on your mat is to roll it backwards, which will undo kind of the roll that comes with it because it's been in a roll for its entire life, but it also makes it a lot easier to put it on the mat without creating bubbles. So I just kind of like to do it 1 inch at a time and just make sure all of my little bubbles are out. You can see that even sometimes this is kind of hard to get those bubbles out, but you just want to do it nice and slow and work your way towards the bottom of the mat by unrolling slowly. You can also use your scraper tool and things like that to get all those bubbles out. Once again, look at the essentials toolkit to decide what you think that you'll like to use. Obviously, you can just use your hands for this too. And if there's some bubbles left, it's usually not a big deal unless you're cutting a really detailed mat, but it can also easily be fixed just by peeling your vinyl back up and rolling it back on and all that. So for vinyl, we're just going to use our regular standard blade that goes in our machine, and we're going to load our machine. If you're using regular vinyl, you're just going to set your dial to vinyl. If you have the Maker, you'll notice that there is no dial. You'll have to select vinyl from your computer selections. If you're using any other type of vinyl, you want to turn it to custom and then go to your computer and you'll find the setting that you want. Again, with the Maker, you'll have to do that as well. So under set material, you'll find vinyl. You can either select just regular vinyl if you're using the Maker, because you'll have to do that anyways, or you can go to your categories, go to vinyl, and then it will actually tell you every type of vinyl that there is, and you'll be able to select from there what type of vinyl you'll want to use for this project. Like I said, there's a lot of different ones. So once you're done, I like to take mine off. I actually like to weed it on my mat, but I'm just going to show you the spatula tool and how it works to take the vinyl off of your mat. But I like to weed on my mat. And if you're using a big piece of vinyl, my biggest tip for this is to flip your mat over and peel your mat off of your vinyl. This is a great tip for paper, by the way. So like I said, I like to keep my design on my mat while I weed. It helps keep my design down and I'm not sitting and trying to have to make sure that it stays down. So we want to get all of the negative space off by weeding. And so I'm just going to pick up one little piece I know is negative space, and then for the most part I can usually get a good amount off by just using my hands. So right now I'm using the tweezer tools, which I love because then I can just kind of grab the vinyl. And one tip is you do not want to put your little extra pieces on your mat, otherwise that just leaves more cleanup to do later. So now that we've got our design cut and weeded, we are ready to use our transfer tape. So we just want to use a piece of transfer tape that's the same size as our design, and transfer tape goes a really long way. You can use this over and over and over again, and the less sticky it is, I've found that especially with regular vinyl, it works even better because it sticks really well to the vinyl, and sometimes it's harder to get the transfer tape off of the vinyl than it is to get it onto the vinyl. So we're just going to peel it up, and like I said, we want to de-stick it. You can do it on your jeans or whatever surface you're using so that it kind of takes that stick away. If you're using glitter vinyl, you want to have as much stick as you can though. So you want to use strong grip transfer tape, which also comes in your roll. So then I love to flip my design over and peel this paper back off. You can notice that I did not rub very much, so some pieces might not stick on very well, but I don't like it to stick very much because I want to be able to get this transfer tape off of my vinyl as easily as possible. So this is the part that you need to figure out what surface you want. You want a clean surface. I like to use alcohol to make sure that my surface is clean of any oils or anything like that, and then just a piece of fabric that doesn't have any type of pilling or lint that comes off of it. So then I'm just going to stick my piece of vinyl onto the surface that I'm getting ready to put it on, and then you want to rub really good. You can use a tennis ball or your hand. For the most part, this is just a really hard surface, so it's not that hard, but you'll notice that the vinyl likes to stick to the transfer tape better than it does the surface sometimes. So I like to use my fist and just kind of give it a really good rub and make sure it gets on there really good. And then to peel off the transfer tape, I like to go at a 90-degree angle, peeling completely backwards. This really helps it get off of that transfer tape, and then all those little pieces, they will be more likely to stick down to your surface than on your transfer tape. And then also pushing down on the design as you roll back also helps. So once we get it off completely, then I can kind of go over my design and just stick it back on there really good. And then depending on what surface you're using, you might want to seal it. I like to use Mod Podge or just a spray adhesive, and I'm going to be doing a video on how to seal your vinyl soon and different types of sealers. So just put your transfer tape back on its original backing and save that for later. Like I said, I'll go over some different sealers later.